Hello kids, good morning. It's so great to see you. I hope that you've been having a great summer like I have. And all summer long, we're learning about faith. Do you remember this? Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. Isn't that?
Hold on, I'm coming. I see you.
Yes, I see you.
You're right there.
I see you. Hi, Marshall. It's so good to see you. See what I did there?
I see. Yeah, well done. I like it.
Thanks. So, what? You know, kids, every time Marshall comes in, there's just always a question I like to ask. What are you doing?
I'm using these glasses to focus. And so I can see things better, like these are for like bird watching and animal watching and stuff.
You can focus on the birds.
And
awesome.
These are for when I want to look directly at the sun, because my mom said if I do that without them, it's not good.
Okay, I use those to watch 3D movies.
These are for the lab to protect the eye.
You work in the lab?
Sometimes.
Okay.
When they don't know I'm there.
I didn't know that.
And then these are for when I want to see the future.
Oh man, or when you want to hurt your eyes.
Yeah. And then these are Grandpa Henry's.
Oh gosh, Grandpa Henry's glasses.
I can put these on and I can see like Grandpa Henry, and I can look like Grandpa Henry,
thick.
and I can talk like Grandpa Henry. Who has been messing with my tools? These kids don't respect nothing.
That's right. Grandpa Henry's gonna get you. You better get those off.
Okay.
Why don't you take Grandpa Henry?
But I'm gonna keep these because these are Cammie's reading glasses.
Cammie, don't take Cammie's stuff. You remember Cammie? She's gonna be here in a little while and she's not gonna be happy that you have her glasses
And I use these to, one, look fabulous.
Yes.
And two, to help me focus. I can put these on, I can really focus. Like I can see things, details and stuff. It's really great.
You know, Cammie is a rock star and she is not gonna love that you have those on. You probably should put those up. Okay?
Fine.
Yes, take Cammie's glasses and put them away. Okay?
And then these are for skiing. Vinny says these are for skiing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, skiing's dangerous.
Yeah, you don't probably need to do that today. Anyway, so why don't we put all those glasses away?
Okay.
And I mean, I'm glad you brought those, but why did you have so many glasses?
I have a lot more glasses I can try on at home, like a whole shelf full.
I bet you do.
There's lots of people out there missing their glasses.
Okay, let's wait on that and not do the rest of that today.
Okay.
Do you know why there are so many different types of glasses?
Not really.
I didn't think you did. That's why I wanted to tell you there are so many different types of glasses because there are so many different types of people.
Well, that's true.
Everyone sees things differently. And that's what I love about the Bible story today. We're gonna talk about this guy named Paul. You remember Paul, right?
I do remember Paul.
Good. And so Paul meets this group of people and they all think differently. And in this story today, you're gonna get to see what Paul does in that situation.
This really is a great video and I can't wait for you to see it. See what I did there?
I do, I see.
And the glasses.
I got it.
What you can.
And you know what, kids? You're gonna love it. So let's watch it together. Check this out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Acts, chapter 17, verses 16 through 34.
Wherever Paul went, he boldly preached the good news of Jesus.
This Jesus I'm telling you about is the Messiah.
Many Jews and Greeks believed in Jesus, but in nearly every town, a group of Jews would gather to oppose Paul. He and his companions were forced out of Thessalonica, and then later that same group of Jews followed to run Paul out of Berea. Eventually, the believers helped Paul escape to the coast, where he could travel by boat to Athens.
Tell Silas and Timothy to join me as soon as they can.
Once Paul reached Athens, he walked the streets of the ancient city, disturbed by what he saw. Carved and molded statues everywhere.
Statues of their gods. The people really believe false gods can help them.
In fact, the Athenians believed in around 30,000 false gods. Yeah, they believed these gods were in charge of everything from sports to sleep to doors and cleanliness.
A god of grapes. Okay.
While Paul waited for his friends, he visited the Jewish synagogue to tell Jews and Greeks alike about Jesus. And in the marketplace, he spoke to anybody who would listen.
You have to hear about Jesus. He was killed, but he came back to life.
Paul's words stirred up a group of Athenian thinkers. These men felt that they could achieve perfection through knowledge and wisdom.
Can you explain what this fellow is chattering about?
He seems to be telling us about gods we've never heard of.
We shall take this Paul to a meeting of the Areopagus. There, we shall reason it out.
Set high on an outcropping of rock, the Areopagus was the high court of Athens. And from this viewpoint, Paul could see all of Athens spread out below him. Closer at hand, the gathered Epicureans and Stoics studied Paul.
What is this new teaching you're giving us?
You have some strange ideas we've never heard before.
We would like to know what they mean.
Paul took a deep breath. These people treated new ideas like playthings, so he wanted to connect the story of Jesus with something they already knew.
People of Athens, I see that you are very religious in every way.
We are aware of this. Please proceed.
Paul recalled a small carved altar he had discovered while exploring the city.
As I walked around, I looked carefully at the things you worship. I even found an altar with "To an unknown God" written on it. Now, I'm going to tell you about this unknown God.
Paul explained to them that the true God created the entire world and everything in it. He created each individual person with a purpose and an adventure to live.
He did it so that people would seek him and find him, even though he is not far from any of us.
Preposterous.
Continue.
Paul knew that these Athenians might listen to the words of their own writers that might actually reflect something of who God is.
In him we live and move and exist. As some of your own poets have also said, we are his children.
What an interesting point.
Paul told them that people are God's children. God is alive and real, not some carved statue or molded from gold. And now by sending Jesus, God was telling everyone everywhere to turn away from the bad things they've done and to follow him.
God has proved this to everyone by raising Jesus from the dead.
Preposterous.
Fascinating.
More like fantasy. Get this joker out of here.
No. This is new, fresh. We will hear you speak about this again sometime.
A man called Dionysius had been among the crowd at the Areopagus. He hurried to catch up as Paul left.
I want to know more about this living God, about Jesus.
I can help you, friend.
So Paul continued to spread the good news and love of Jesus, and after a short time, Dionysius became a follower of Jesus, as well as a woman named Damaris and several others.
Sometimes the road ahead can be so rough. You are the reason why I don't give up. 'Cause even when it's hard to see,
Hey, I know that you've been missing me, but don't worry, because I'm back and I'm ready for action. And you know what? I loved that Bible story this morning. I learned how to focus on things, and you know, I know that this is a banana, but it's really hard to see when you can't focus clearly. That's better. Like Paul and the people of Athens. You know, the people of Athens believed in a different God than Paul. And Paul tried to see through their point of view and understand and talk to them about Jesus. And you know what? Some of them even decided to believe in Jesus, just like Paul. And you know what? Paul continued to share the good news of Jesus with the people of Athens. And he knew this, and you and I, we can know this too, because it's the one thing we want you to know today. And that's today's bottom line, which is you can help others know Jesus. Just like Paul, we can help others know Jesus too. And the best way to share Jesus with others is through His Word. So let's check out this month's Bible verse. God's grace has saved you because of your faith in Christ. Your salvation doesn't come from anything you do, it is God's gift. And that's found in Ephesians 2:8. Okay, so let's put it with some moves. Are you ready? Here we go. God's grace has saved you because of your faith in Christ. Your salvation doesn't come from anything you do, it's God's gift. All right, guys, so when we treat people with loving kindness, they can see Jesus through us. And everyone sees things a little differently, just like Marshall showed us earlier with all of his glasses. So I think it makes sense to try and see things like everyone else does, a little bit differently. And you know what? You don't even have to change your glasses to do it. So I want y'all to have a great week. I'm so excited to see y'all, and I can't wait to see you next time. This little light up.